All the little good things you do, they make me no. This distance is taking a hold of me for sure. Baby, come.
What's up, y'all? It's Big Fortune, aka Vincent Fortune Man, and we are back with Fortune's Perspective, y'all. So tonight's episode will be on Love Island. Y'all already know it's gonna be episode 31 that just came out tonight. But first, we are gonna discuss Cierra's little, villa exit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into that first, and then we're gonna talk about Love Island. Episode 31. So, and if y'all see me looking down, I am on my iPad. I do have like a bunch of notes. So yes, I will be reading right off my iPad, chat. So bear with me, chat. All right, so let's first talk about how Cierra was reportedly left the villa due to personal reasons, aka the racial slurs. She made offensive comments against the Asian community and has received major backlash online. As more information came out, she in fact knew what she was doing because someone brought it to her attention, and she basically said, well, it is what it is. My whole opinion on this is that, number one, why do y'all think y'all can go on a show where over 1.2 billion people are watching and think they're not gonna dig up y'all past? See, this is the problem here. Y'all have to understand. When something is posted on the internet, it stays on there forever. Now, do I think that she and the hate that she's receiving is well deserved? Yes, but to a certain extent. I feel like she's already taken the biggest L right now because, she has lost her followers, which sucks for her because she is a content creator. So this is her job. She ain't getting that 100K. Friends that left her in the dust. She has to deal with online hate and even probably real life interactions with people. Hate. And then on top of that, she now has to watch Nick and Alandria kissing in 4K and getting that 100K in 4K maybe. Like, that's the biggest L you can take right there. And another thing I do want to add, I'm not making no excuses for nobody, but I do kind of find it weird that, you waited until this girl got on the show, made it this far into the show, this is the last week. After this week, Love Island is done, and then we get the reunion, right? So, but my whole thing is, you waited all this time to expose this information about this girl. It just get the premeditated hate. That's my whole thing. That's where it's just that shit is crazy how people really will prey on your downfall. But anyways, let me get right back to my notes, right? Let's show on the hate comments, you guys. I get it. She's wrong, but just because she's in the wrong, don't be wrong with her. You know what I mean? State your opinion, keep it pushing, because Karma's already doing her job and she already getting in that ass good. You know what I'm saying? Right. But lesson learned from this is that whatever decisions you make in your past can sometimes haunt you in your future. So be careful what you say and what you do. So overall in the situation, I feel like, you didn't feel bad for what you did because somebody warned you. Somebody dead ass gave you the warning that, hey, this is a slur. So you knew what your actions were. This was premeditated. You knew what you were doing before you posted that post. Or even if you didn't know, somebody informed you about it and you still basically said, oh, well, I didn't mean it in that way. It don't matter if you didn't mean it that way. You are an influencer. People are going to look at you. You are, you get what I'm saying? So, if you're in that content creator influencer space, people are going to look up to you. And then on top of that, you're over there having, saying that, using that term. And then, I don't know. It's just, girl, you knew what you was doing and you can't be mad at the backlash. Now, do I think it is gone too far? Absolutely. I feel like y'all are doing a little too much, but at the same time, hey, listen, you can't what's the saying called? What is the saying? I'm trying to think of it. For every action there's a reaction. There you go. So even though I feel like the hate is oh my god, whoa, at the same time, girl, you kind of did it to yourself. So it's kind of hey, it is what it is. And then even Bella spoke out and was damn, Mom, because mind you, I didn't even know Bella was Asian. But Bella's Asian, so she felt offended by the comments. And it was informed to her that the whole time Cierra knew what she was doing. So she said she can't even be cool with the girl anymore after that, because Bella was going to be cool with the girl. And mind you, this is the girl that took Nick from her type shit, you know what I'm saying? So even if she don't want to be cool with y'all, hey, you got an issue, dude, dead ass. But regardless of the fact, She probably don't even know what the hell is going on, or if she do, I don't know what she's gonna say. I can't wait for her response, because I definitely want to know what she has to say about this. But at the end of the day, y'all, please don't go on these shows knowing that you got dirt. Like, for real. And then that's the thing too, right? First of all, production, why did it take y'all so long to get her out the villa? Like, y'all should have got her out as soon as possible. Like, y'all got your list out as soon as that like whole thing started trending. Y'all should got her out, like, literally. And furthermore, honestly, next season, do background checks on these people, you know what I'm saying? Because right, how are they getting into the villa, and then right, this big ass thing comes up, and then right, that's an unfortunate circumstance for y'all know what I'm saying? So I feel like, me personally, I would do a background check. Like, first of all, put me on season 8. I will give y'all a show. Number one, let's be very clear. I'ma find love, okay? Listen, I ain't there for the money. I promise you, I can make money off the show. I'm there for the love. Get me on there. I'm gonna bring the ratings up for sure. But anyways, like, I just feel like, right, do a background check on these people. Make sure these people have a clean image, or right, an image to where, okay, like, it's nothing, that crosses the race boundary or the disrespectful boundary or any type of boundary that should not be crossed. You get what I'm saying? But hopefully Cierra learns from this shit, and yeah, takes accountability, because that's the main thing that you need to do, for sure. Especially since you were an influencer. Yeah, the main thing your ass need to do right now is take accountability, because girl, all them brand deals, all them opportunities that you would have had after the show, that shit is slim to none now, for sure. Slim to fucking none. Anyways, now let's talk about episode 31 of Love Island USA. So, the Islanders are asleep after the recoupling, and they get woken up to babies. So today's challenge is that they're going to be parents for a day. I personally like this episode because it was more on the chill side, and it wasn't drama filled as past episodes. I felt like this was definitely a filler episode for sure. You could definitely tell it was a filler episode, hands down. But I actually enjoyed it because, right, we got to see, like, how would it really be like for these Islanders to have a kid? Like, how would they do, right? Holding the baby, feeding the baby. When the baby's crying, how would they do with that? Some Islanders, you could tell, were annoyed by that shit. Some Islanders, you could tell, like, okay, they were calm and cool and collected and could handle the pressure of having a kid. Some of them even had 2 kids. I was like, that was kind of unfair, because, right, how y'all gonna give some of the twins and then the others 1? Like, come on now. I feel like everybody should just have 1 baby, in my opinion. But anyway, so after that, I said I felt like that was a good filler episode where we got to see the girls low-key be the ones hanging out while the guys were holding it down and taking care of the babies. Like, right, because usually it is kind of the other way around, and that's not always the case. I hate when people say that shit, but right, the stereotypes and all that shit, right, they always be like, oh, the woman always be taking care of the baby while the man goes out and does his own thing. So they kind of switched the narrative on that one, right? Exactly that. And I feel like it was so nice because, right, even the like Ace's and Shelly's baby, and Nick and Alandria and Taylor and them, they had like the babies in the little bonnets and do-rags. I was like, that is so fucking cute. I ain't even gonna lie, that was some cute ass shit. That was cute as fuck, no cap. And the guys even did a little race with the kids in the strollers, and it was very nice. So, right, they had like a little race in the strollers and shit, and Brian won in that fucking race, bro. It was crazy. They was trying to like sneak at like trying to be sneaky and shit, so that way the females didn't hear and stuff like that. But it was so nice. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I like this episode. I really enjoyed it. But in between that, Chris hosted a yoga session, and he goes around and asks everybody a question about their child, right? Except Huda, which makes her feel the type of way. And I'm like, here go Hurricane Huda having a freaking attitude. And I'm like, oh my God, that's why I don't like her, because, right, like, he did not intentionally skip you. Like, he might have just forgotten. He did. Like, Chris is to me honestly one of the most genuine guys on there. One of the most straightforward guys on there. One of the most nonchalant. He gonna tell you how it is. He gonna keep it a buck with you type shit. Like, if you want a friend, a homeboy, if you want a boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want. Hey, in that aspect, bro, right there, solid. He gonna have your back, hold you down, all that shit. He gonna tell you how it is, you know what I'm saying? So, right, I don't think that he was like doing that shit intentionally to piss her off. I just think that he genuinely forgot. Like, and she was tripping. Like, but that's the thing with Huda. It's like the entitlement. Like, she feels like somebody has to, you know what I'm saying? Like, give her the attention or give her the floor or some shit like that. I'm like, girl, like, pipe down. You bad as fuck, but pipe that shit down. You look good, ma. You look good, but like, the attitude just be knocking it off every time for me, bro. Every time, bro. So even when the guys were racing, he was changing the baby's clothes, and like it was like a scene where like he took the baby's shirt off like really hard type shit, and then she made a little comment or whatever, and she Chris said shut up like type shit, and she like, excuse me? Like she was so appalled. Like I'm just like, bruh. Like, right, she was like, you better be watching who you talking to, and all. I'm like, girl, calm all that down, like relax, like you taking this shit like too seriously type shit. And I get it, you have PTSD because right, she is like one of the, like I think she is the only one with the kid up in there, so right, she has like PTSD, and I understand that. And right, again, because we gotta also keep us like reminded that right, they don't have their phones, they don't have no electronics, they have no access to the outside world, so right, they are in their emotions type shit. So I understand that aspect, but like, girl, calm that shit down for real. You doing too much. Like I can't, like that's why I don't like her, because the way she act, bro, it's the way she act. Anyways, after the challenge, we figure out that Clark and Taylor were the best fit parents in a sense, which I'm actually not surprised by, because they were really calm. Like they really held their composure, and I'm not going to lie, like even when the baby was crying, even when the baby was chilling, they was chill too. So I feel like right, they definitely, I think they deserve the win. And then right, Nick and Alandria, Huda and Chris, and Iris and Pepe were all in the good parent category, while Ace and Shelly and Amaya and Brian were in the bad parent category type shit, right? So fast forwarding from that, it's nighttime, and we see Nick and Alandria having their alone time, and you can see the spark in there for sure between them, and that they're in a good space, which I love. I do love it. I am kind of, see, listen, I'm team Amaya and Brian all the way. But in second place is definitely Nick Landria. Like I fuck with them. Like I'm like, yes. You could tell Nick been into her since day one. Like I don't even know why he tried to pursue Cierra and Bella and all. Like you wanted Alandria from the get go, and Alandria was so. But again, they were so caught up in their own couples, right? Like Nick was on Sierra's body bad and Bella's body bad, and then right, Taylor and Alandria, Alandria was on Taylor bad. Taylor really ain't give a fuck, let's be honest, right? But so right, so now that they have a clean slate, it's actually kind of like refreshing to see like, okay, maybe this shit can work for them. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully it does. I'm rooting for them. I am rooting for them. You know what I'm saying? If Amaya and Brian don't win, I need Nick and Alandria to win. I'm not gonna lie, but I think it's gonna be Amaya. Anyways, Shelly and Alondra start chatting it up, and Alandria is telling her bestie how her and Nick's connection is very real, and she's in a happy state of mind. And Shelly, as her best friend, just wants all the tea. You know how Shelly do. You know, that's regular best friend shit. Like, right, you know what I'm saying? Like, right, you telling me about your little with you, like, okay, like, yeah, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro, like, tell me all the shit. Like, yes, I want all the information. Like, so I get it. You know what I'm saying? Right, let me know how it's going. And you can just tell, like, right, they're genuinely happy for each other. Like, right, she's genuinely happy that Alandria is finally done got over Taylor ass, and they're right, it's for something with Nick, and this could be something real, you know what I'm saying? So high hopes for them, high hopes. Then after that, Shelly wants to do something for Ace, because you know how Ace does all the little dates and all the little activities for them and shit like that. So she decides to do a s'mores day by the fire pit, which I thought was really nice, really cute. And I like that. I feel like, cause I think Ace gets that bad narrative, and mind you, he's a Leo, and I don't even like Leos like that. But I feel like he's genuine. I feel like he's one of the good Leos. Like, I could be making an excuse for bro, cause I fuck with him type shit. But right, like I just like when he opens up about his childhood, or just about his past life experiences and shit like that. Cause right, he was saying like, I think he used to do that shit as a kid and shit, and I was like, oh, that's real sweet type shit. I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he's a good dude. Like now, do he have his little ways? Like yeah, the jealousy shit with Jeremiah, like yeah, for sure. Like I ain't like that shit. That shit was lame as fuck. But Leos, they do tend to be a little jealous and shit like that. So hey, they got a jealousy problem bad. But I think besides that, I think Ace is genuinely a good person. So then the episode comes to an end as Amaya receives a text which states that one of the couples can get chosen to go in the hideaway. All the Islanders collectively agree that Amaya and Brian should go in the hideaway. So right, they hyping up Amaya, you know what I'm saying, getting her in lingerie, which I feel like Amaya look good, but they could have put her in some better lingerie. Like that shit kind of was giving like granny. I ain't even gonna hold it. I was like, damn, like Amaya, Like, you could put that like shit on for real. But, and again, they are on TV, so we kind of got to be a little mindful. You know what I'm saying? They got to be a little mindful. And then Brian just came out there with his boxers and his white beater with the damn Yeezy slides on. I said, oh, brother, with the whipped cream in hand. I said, oh, Lord, they about to get freaky tonight. And then, right, them people was getting freaky like Kristen Hood. I said, oh, y'all getting the Iris and Pepe. I said, oh, y'all getting freaky in that motherfucker villa. Y'all getting freaky in that villa today. I said, oh, yeah, all of y'all freaky fucks. Go ahead and save it. Y'all parents are disappointed. I'm not even about to play with y'all. But yeah, I was just happy for them. And I love that all the Islanders were hyping them up, like, just to get it on. Like, okay, I was like, okay, this is some cool type shit. And it's crazy because I did see a tweet after I watched the episode, and they were like, damn, Cierra was really the bad cloud of the villa. Because right now, everybody seems so much happier and lighter. And I'm not gonna lie, like, the episodes have seemed much lighter ever since she's left. So they might not be lying about that shit. But that ends off tonight's episode until tomorrow night, where one couple will be sent home, and then we will have our final 4 couples remaining. So that is it for my review on Love Island episode 31. I can't believe we're almost to the end of the season, man. I wish I would have done these reviews at the beginning of the season, but listen, I got hooked on too late, man. So it's all good, Chad. We gonna roll this season out, and then we gonna be on top of the next season for sure. Let me know if y'all want more videos like this. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and join Fortune Gang, because if you're in Fortune Gang, you ain't getting no money, gang. All right, but I do love y'all, boys and girls. Until next time, peace out.
This distance is taking a hold of me for sure. Baby, come